Chet by Robert Edward Miss is a story poem about a mysterious character I meet from time to time on the trails of New York State Rockefeller State Park. So Chet is a story poem, and it's followed in this reading by two other poems that are connected. So it's a kind of triptych of poems revolving around Chet and my reaction to meeting him, either intuitive or maybe in a sense spiritual. So here's Chet. He was standing on a rock, staring into the deep woods when we met. Stretching out his mocha hand, he said, "I'm Chet." A cold voice whispered to me, "This Chet survived Attica." Acrid smoke, shouts, and gunshots flashed through my core while I asked inane first blush questions. We walked up the mountainside conversing. At the trailhead, I rummaged in my pouch, pulled out a carefully stashed Johnny cake, broke it, and held half out to him. "Take this and eat. It's the best thing you'll ever have." Hesitant at first, he opened his fist, received it, and raised his hand to take a bite, thus revealing these numbers on his wrist: 9, 13, 71. That was the last day of the riot. My next poem is called Chet Triptych. I turned around and there he was, coming through the arch of platform 32. He moved with an imperial stride towards the big clock of Grand Central Station, seeming circumspect and distant, just like our first meeting on that mountain trail. While we had verbally circled each other in a respectful exchange, a wild and surreal intuition took hold of me that time, filling my psyche with acrid smoke, shouts, and gunfire. Amid this confusion, a still, small voice whispered, "He survived the Attica riots." No trail khakis and boots this time, but dashikis. He and his 6 tall followers. Shiny purples laced with golden threads, brocaded mantles of deep maroon, lizard green kufis all around. Chet glided past. No turn in my direction. Another sudden insight. I craved his self-revelation to the Attica fights, thus allowing me self-indulgent compassion. Such was not to pass, as he led up the promenade and out of sight, a potentate of the night. And the third poem, written months after the first two, is called My Bodhisattva Attendant. I wrote this after attending the Rubin Museum in New York of Middle Eastern art. Storming out of the woods and up a fire trail, a figure on the hill attended my arrival, but disappeared. My greeter was either a vanishing woodland spirit or that burned-out stump fronded by a dwarf ailanthus. Alone in a dark wood, my mind often composes a human shape from mere shadows and wind-blown limbs. What did appear trailside was the gray, humpbacked boulder where I first met Chester. He was perched on top, staring into the ravine below. His mocha complexion melded into the woods. His Buddha belly was evident under his khaki shirt. A walking stick with its carved lion handle balanced his stance, He seemed to be in a meditative trance. As I hoisted myself atop the boulder, an eerie feeling came over me. "Chester is dead," whispered an inner voice. We had always engaged in the bland conversations of acquaintances meeting randomly in strange places. But this mysterious man in the scruffy hiking shoes, whenever I met him on the trail, magically infused me with life-affirming feelings. I never learned his true identity, but consistently felt his energy. Chester, my soul told me, has moved to his next assignment, guardian of this vast forests and the paths that lead to safety, a modern Bodhisattva Attendant who will protect this green from evil devastation. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye-bye.